So it's the first Monday of school holidays and I've been somewhat productive. Actually cleaned my room today, which I know probably doesn't sound that massive, but I did like a whole sweep. I got rid of a whole bunch of junk that I didn't need or use, and I redid my bookshelf and my wall of special things. And my desk is now nice and tidy so that I can actually sit at it and not, on my bed because there's just shit on my desk. Going on directly from last week's videos, TJ, yeah, like Alex said, you didn't twerk it, so I fully expect twerking tomorrow. And also that sandwich shop sounded delicious, and that sandwich that you had. You talked about drinks. Do have orange soda here, but we don't call it soda. We call all our soda soft drink. At home, I don't actually have soda because mum doesn't buy it. So I just have like cordial, Milo and tea. Just basically all I need in my life. Never been to Starbucks. I've seen a Starbucks when I was in Sydney late last year with Kate, Safari Chris. And I was like, oh my god, Starbucks, I've never been. And Kate was like, oh, well, we can go in if you want. But I wasn't actually thirsty, so I didn't want to waste money on a drink just to say that I've been to Starbucks. But now I really regret not going ever since I turned down going to Starbucks. But I'm going to Melbourne on Wednesday, so I'll probably make sure I go to Starbucks then. About the tea, and I never used to like it either, but the trick is that you have to find the right ratio between tea, milk, and sugar. Although technically you're supposed to put the sugar in first, and then the tea, and then the milk. So as soon as you figure that out, you're pretty much set for life. And also make sure that whenever you have a cup of tea, make sure the water is boiling. Don't boil the kettle, go away for a few minutes, come back and then go, oh yeah, be right, boil the kettle again. The water needs to be boiled. You talked about ice cream, which of course I need in my life at all times. Oh, but we actually have, do you guys have Cold Rock in America? Cold Rock is, it kind of seems pointless when you talk about it because you'd think it'd be easier to make yourself at home. But Cold Rock, essentially, you buy, a particular flavor of ice cream and then you can choose things that you want to put in it, like crushed up Mars bar, jelly beans, toffee, brownie stuff, that type of things. Oh, but I don't go there very often. And also because it's winter now. And I have a cold, again, in the second time in under a month. It's awful. You should have seen me 3 days ago. It was disgusting. I think I was dying. Alex, thanks for the tip for Heath bars. Because we have Snickers here, and Mars bars and Time Out and Kit Kats and Crunchies and whatever other confectionery things there is. And I'm going downtown tomorrow to get Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and now Heath bars and anything else that takes my fancy. Maribel, you also talked about drinks that were Mexican. The beer one sounded really gross because, hot sauce? I don't know how that could be particularly tasty in a drink, but that pineapple one sounded really delicious, and now I kind of just really want pineapple juice. Now, leaving all of last week behind and moving on to this week, our theme is what we, Alex came up with it with what we wanted to be when we were growing up versus what we want to be now. Safely say that my opinion has changed a lot, considering that when I was 6 I wanted to be a postman. Don't know how the mail's delivered in America and Mexico, but in Australia the postman is dressed in fluoro orange and rides around on a motorcycle putting the mail in everyone's boxes and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's so awesome, they get to ride on a motorbike. Then my mum told me that postmen have to get up really early in the morning, and I was like, no, don't want to be a postman anymore. With verses with what I want to do now, I think I talked about this in a previous video, which was backstage stuff, which I actually went on an excursion or field trip or whatever last week to the uni that I want to go to, and we did, we took a tour through the campus, and they actually have this studio, this television studio that they use, which is really friggin' awesome. Do we have anything else to say except that I love you girls? and I'm sorry if my voice seems really deep, but I'm sick and it's awful, and I've basically just been living off cough medicine the last few days. TJ, I better see you twerking it tomorrow.